Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 3, the final decider here for LGD versus L.G.D..FY. Winner gets to move on and face eHome tomorrow in the Summit China Qualifiers. And loser, well, they are eliminated. Both of these teams has essentially stomped their opponent one game apiece, showing off their strengths, flexing their muscles a bit. I gotta say though, I think both teams has lost their game, mostly due to draft error. Game 1, LGD had 4 melee heroes, L.G.D.FY picked Timber, and they won every lane, and they got wrecked. LGD got wrecked. L.G.D.FY game 2, they picked Crystal Maiden, Jakiro, and they just got counter hard by Ember Spirit. They had no way to lock people down. Ursa just got way too big, way too fast. They lost every single lane. Timbersaw got absolutely wrecked by an Ursa. And I think there was a Naga that jungled his way up to a Radiance, which by that time happened. I think the score was like 34 kills to 5. There was about 20k lead for the side of LGD, and Xiaowei tapped out. Despite having a Naga, probably could have dragged out the game for maybe 20 more minutes, but still lost. And Xiaowei said, look, let's just play a third game. And into a third game we'll go. Alright, we're going to see an Axe here for LGD Gaming. So earlier today, when L.G.D.FY was playing against ig.vitality, Axe was a hero that L.G.D.FY had a lot of trouble with. The way that an Axe in conjunction with Orgo, I remember this game. The way that L.G.D.FY plays is they kind of just pile on and just go for a hero kill. Now, doesn't matter who you're killing, there's going to be an Axe to counter initiate, likely against a team that's normally very clumped up. And then Orgo obviously with this kit to save, whoever that's being gone on. So I feel like these two heroes are very, very strong heroes against L.G.D.FY's playstyle. L.G.D.FY did eventually win those games, but I mean, it's a good start, I think, drafting against L.G.D.FY. I still think that L.G.D.FY is the stronger team between the two, but it definitely does help starting off in a good drafting stage. Okay, Earth Spirit is the pickup here. Well, one way to traditionally deal with Orgo is to outright kill him when the gank happens, which is, Slaughter's job. But another way to deal with it is to apply so much magic damage or so much AoE damage that Orgo can't deal with everything. I mean, Orgo is more or less a single target healer. Earth Spirit says, forget you, I'm going to come in Magnetize, Stun 4, Silence 3, that kind of stuff. Definitely seen LPC make those plays. Game 1, his Earth Spirit was quite good. Well, there's two versions of Game 1. There's a version with the bananas and the versions without the bananas. Both games he did extremely well. So, he is definitely an Earth Spirit player. Okay, we're going to take out Ursa. Ursa definitely gave LGD or L.G.D.FY a little bit of work last game. Did not pick up enough disable for it, and they got trashed.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Okay, Lifestealer being banned out. So I think the logic between the Lifestealer ban is that it's a great combination with the Slaughter. You see it a lot. Well, that said though, I actually haven't seen L.G.D.FY go for that combination. Now, to be fair, I think every time they pick Slaughter, the opponent bans out the Lifestealer, so we never get to see that combination. But we'll see. Yao's playstyle on Slaughter reminds me of Ohio a lot from Fnatic, where he doesn't just, and as well as Ice from Team Faceless, where he doesn't like AFK farm for Blink Dagger. He actually participates in the fights a lot. And I believe I was mentioning this in game number 1 when Yao has selected the hero, so I expect him to be quite active early on. And the trend nowadays is to run a dual offensive off lane. So I imagine that Slaughter is going to be paired up with the Earth Spirit, at least to start off the laning stage. Earth Spirit might roam away after securing a level or 2. Okay, we're going to see an Ogre from LGD. Ogre Axe, definitely a very strong dual off lane. Ogre generally does enough good job kind of zoning out the opposing safe lane support. And of course, a strong roamer. We're going to see that Timber again, so third game in a row. Super had a super tough game last game. I mean, he just got he never even got to play Dota. Like, he just walked in the lane, died to Ursa twice, and for the rest of his game, was not good. So hopefully for
10 seconds.
LFY, they get better laning here for the Timbersaw.
5 seconds.
For now, I feel like the LGD draft is very well balanced. You have, strong lanes, good catch, great burst damage. Kind of just have to back it up with 2 cores, all right? Luna is going to be the first core.
Radiant's pick.
Honestly, a great core against what's shown here. A natural BKB carrier to kind of shrug off the damage of Timbersaw and Earth Spirit, at least in the late game. But in the early to mid game, that Eclipse is going to wreck Timbersaw's face. Timbersaw does not deal well with insane bursts of magic damage or physical damage. Well, we're going to see Warlock being picked up again here. Xiaoe played it earlier today against ig.v.
10 seconds to go.
Maxes Fatal Bomb by 7, and this combination is absolutely brutal. Fatal Bomb plus Magnetize. You get a team fight where you bond up 3 or 4 heroes. Magnetize normally gets processed throughout the team fight as well, so if the rocks are dropped, and they will be dropped, that Fatal Bond is going to do some work. Of course, the Inferno is going to be quite good in terms of pushing as well. The Golem is actually really good at just like, you stick it on an Orko in the middle of a team fight, and he just has trouble. Like, he can't shrug off the Golem. I guess you could disarm it, but then you're not using the disarm to heal an ally and stuff like that. So definitely a fan of the Warlock pickup here by LFY. The way that LGD is drafting, it feels like they're just drafting like strong heroes. I don't see any innate strong synergies either way. They do have a lot of lane burst damage now. Oracle plus Luna, a ton of burst. So I think Slaughter needs to, I don't know, pick up a Windlace or maybe infused raindrops once he has access to it, so he could, survive. But this is not a joke lane.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Alright, LGD thinking really hard about their safe lane carry choice. It seems like when LFY don't know what to pick, they default back to a Morph lane. But no, this game we're going to see a Terrorblade. So I was wondering where the push is coming from. It's going to be coming from the carry position. In terms of having AoE deal with the Terrorblade, there is not much. But Terrorblade, one of his greatest weakness is magic damage. Axe is probably one of the best heroes against it. He has very low and high armor, but low base HP. And Axe just loves heroes like that because Spin does not care too much. He will taunt you, his teammates will nuke you, and he will dunk you. I recall reading somewhere that Aoi bought a Hood of Defiance to actually save himself from some magic damage. Not sure we're going to see that kind of innovation this game. The Chinese generally stick to a very static build. Well, you wanted more nuke? There's more nuke. We're going to see that maybe Tinker coming out. In terms of catch, LFY does have a lot. I like the Tinker pick. Again, it feels like LGD has a very kind of strong draft that just full of meta heroes, not necessarily very synergistic. Whereas, maybe it's more fair to say that I've been watching way more LFY games, so I have a deeper understanding of what they want to do with their draft. So that's why I could speak a little bit more about what they want to be doing. Alright, this is a very important game, the decider of who gets to move on the Summit China qualifiers. I do believe all of the other regions has ended, right? MP has qualified it for America, Faceless for C, Was it VP? Yeah, VP qualified 3-1 over Affinim today. So China's left. Ehome's waiting in the finals. These two teams fighting for a spot. Should be great.
Everybody gets
Yeah, Port's straight up here. He's got both of the wards. So interesting. I think he's gonna at least block one of these camps and maybe drop a mid lane ward. So see. Oh, very interesting spot. Normally you either commit it very hard on this side or, you know, this side. But right in the middle, that increases their chance of dewarding it quite significantly in my opinion. So Terribly has a teleport score as well. I think they're expecting a disadvantaged lane matchup and they will switch the lane if it comes down to it. Because you never buy a TP this early in the game. Or maybe he decided to TP in the lane, but then chose not to. Alright, a lot of wards here in that safe lane, so... I mean, LGD can definitely run an offensive tri-lane with this Luna. Lots of right-click damage, lots of chase, lots of nukes. And they were hoping of running into, you know, a hero for a kill, but... they will be not catching anybody. I mean, you could definitely understand why LG wants to have this lane matchup, right? If they put Axe top, Axe is going to have the lane advantage against Slardar. And then this tri-lane should do fine against Terrorblade. But Terrorblade does have that teleport score, right? So he could immediately swap. And in fact, he is swapping now. I don't exactly know how they got the information of this lane coming their way. I guess they just kind of guessed it. I don't think the heroes have actually seen each other. So Warlock already at top, blocking. I remember, whenever Xiaowei runs this kind of offensive dual lane, he loves pulling this camp. But unfortunately, the camp got blocked, so... not going to be available to him. Super will be playing Timbersaw again. Tinker is not exactly an easy matchup here. We are going to have a roll in LPC, missing that one narrowly. I mean, they won't even get the kill, even if they hit the row, but it's a good amount of harass. Alright, is XZ gonna go for the D-ward? I don't think he should. I think the D-ward actually helps the LGD side. Alright, Ignite being summoned up. XZ gotta be careful, as he is gonna be corralled upon. Easy roll to hit. And the slow is being applied. The right click's gonna come through. Jacink does not have taunt yet. He's only level 1. The Fatal Bond's gonna be there. They do get the first blood. Xiaowei secures it. Nicely done here by LFY. I mean, Slaughter is gonna have to take it for a while, but he is actually punching back. Range creeps helping out. M99. What is it? Got 4 base damage nerf, or was it 6 base damage nerf the previous patch? And then got his mana cost nerfed this patch. And great, dude. Xiaowei top lane got battle hungered up. Very low HP. Movement speed is slow, but looks like they did not have that ignite. Oh, sorry, that was Xiaowei being battle hungered up. For a second, I thought it was a Terrorblade that got nuked, but he's fine. Xiaowei gonna secure the 2-minute rune. Lucky regen coming through? Nope, just a bounty.
Mine.
Is he gonna walk to mid, give him a shadow word and suicide? He could have done that. He's gonna lose some gold. Yeah, he lost like 60 gold for that suicide. That's the one thing I've noticed about a lot of these Chinese players. They don't really keep track of reliable gold as much as I think they should. 60 gold, that's like a ward. Or, you know, you could wait a bit and get a fairy fire. Whatever. It's just... gold is gold. Alright, yeah, getting some kind of free farm on this bottom lane. Uh-oh, Monet's gonna get called. There's a big creep wave here, and nice amount of spin. He is being double slowed, and... oh, Jacink's gonna walk next to the creep wave, and he's gonna get the kill. Very nicely done. Okay, Xiaowei got a Fatal Bond on a couple of heroes. He's actually gonna focus and harass on XZ, but XZ... oh, Xiaowei. Just going in, dude. Giving him the right clicks. Not gonna get the kill, but doing him as much of a harass as possible. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, looks like both cores has traded kills. LPC does have row coming off cooldown. He's gonna row. It's gonna hit, and that's gonna be another kill. Very nicely done here by the side of LFY. Sorry for missing that fight, but I was watching top. Alright, so I've definitely seen two ways to actually play this mid Timbersaw. Sometimes you see this build where you go max reactive armor, max whirling death. And the logic behind that is, look, there's not going to be, you know, this is more of my melee spell, right? So I could walk up, harass, maybe, and stuff like that. But when I saw, I believe, DDZ playing it for Team Power Gaming, casting the C Summit qualifiers, he actually maxed chains and reactive armor. And I think that game he was actually under a lot of harassment from supports that were ganking him from the sideline. And maxing the chains allow him to be like, he's standing here, he gets to chain at some of these trees. So I guess it's just different priorities for the build. This game around, there's, I mean, technically there are some roaming potential. Like Ogre is one of the best roamers, but he's mostly roaming there to harass, not to kill. And it seems like Monet is unable to find a good lane anywhere. They originally dodged up top, but now they're getting that lane matchup that LGD originally wanted anyways, so. Yeah, it was a smoke for whatever reason. That's interesting.
Dive mid towers having technical difficulties.
Alright, we're gonna see LPC porting in bottom. The two supports are smoked up. If they run into Warlock, I definitely think they could kill the Warlock. And speaking of which, they're gonna go on Warlock, but Warlock thinks, oh, we're just gonna go on them. But he's gonna get backstab on the back line heal. He's gonna be used on himself, immediately canceled by the Purifying Flame. Nicely done here. M99. They don't get the kill though. Hard to actually fight into Monet when he is in the Metamorphosis farm, so they will escape. And, well, easy D-ward here by Zhao, eh? Thank you very much. Yeah, so this is an interaction that I haven't, you know, thought of. Shadow Word getting cancelled by Purifying Flames. Easy dispel. Speaking of dispels, I know we've been watching a lot of Warlocks recently in the C as well as the China scene, but you cannot dispel Fatal Bond. The little icon above your head will be gone, but you're still linked up to the to your friends, and you still will take damage. So dispel, not exactly a good mechanic versus Fatal Bonds. Jasing is playing super aggressive. I mean, he does have the favorable lane, but Yao is actually baiting it. PC is in position, and it's going to be a tough kill to get. They kind of have to get him under the tower or something. I just don't think this is going to be, yeah, it's going to go to a different lane. Xiaowei, or actually Timber is pinging the fact that Tinker is now stacking and doing some jungling. Huh, 3 laser, 3 march. You don't see this build too often. Normally you see like a 2-1-3 or a 2-2-2 kind of stuff. Sometimes you even see laser at 1, but I guess laser is just a very good harassing tool against Timbersaw. Alright, we're gonna see that big backstab, and it's gonna be Yao. Yao smokes is gonna break. Rain's gonna try to run into the right side, but he is completely stunned up. The Martian Machine is doing some work. They might get Yao, and looks like they will. No, he's actually being healed. The Purifying Flame not doing a good job in terms of sequencing. XZ gonna take a lot of damage, and LPC's getting healed up again. Healed up again. Thanks for the heal. The Purifying Flame will finally get the kill, but they lost 2, and they might lose 3. Yao moving forward. He's gonna get off a crush. And there is going to be right clicks coming through. They need a little bit more. There's a nice disarm against Yao, but Yao wasn't even going in anyways. It's going to be a chakram as well as whirling death. Yao gets to live and tail the tail. And this is what I meant by that Ohio/Yao of style of playing, as well as exercise, of playing the aggressive slaughter. No blink, no problem. Just roam with your team and get some kills. 3 kills being gotten on the mid lane. They did lose 1, but I mean, you can't ask for more than that, really. Oh, Super off to have a great game. 1-0-2. Good lane matchup, you know. And this is something that L.G.D.FY kind of prioritizes a lot for Xiaowei. Whenever he sees an opportunity, he just goes in the lane and take farm. And in fact, his teams purposely creates opportunity for him. Like, Monet would just start jungling at a point. We might see a little bit more action here. The roll, the Fatal Bond, the stun. Oh, LPC really missing the combination. They are going to hit him with a stun, but I don't think it's going to be enough. In fact, he taunts 2 of them, and he wants to fight. And Ame comes in from the back line here with the Eclipse. They do get the kill. It looks like Jasing misses dunk. LPC, it doesn't have a TP out. So what happened there was LPC, I think during his first roll, he actually didn't roll onto this stone. And his roll really messed up. And I think that surprised him a little. And he missed up the stun afterwards. Kind of a silly mistake. In terms of the team, they still chased in, despite after missing their combination. Now we see LGD gonna take advantage of that and push. But Super is rotating in from the mid lane. That'll be it. Ame checking out his farm. Looks like he's actually not farming that well. I mean, he's got 45 CS. Does he have an item on the core? No. Is this all he really got? Ring of Akla and Power Treads? Huh. Wait, did something happen? Like, did he drop an item and it get killed? Yeah, he does have a death, but he's got 3 assists. How do you have such a low net worth with such a high amount of CS? I guess somebody in the chat would know. Maybe he dropped the item and got killed, or I don't know. Or maybe I'm doing my math wrong. That definitely could be a valid thing as well. Alright, Xiao's got Inferno, so time to look for a gank. So one thing with Axe plays is that, especially if you have a jungle stacking capability, you go for the Vanguard first. And then you just clear out a stack to kind of speed you up to a Blink Dagger. But the Ancients are not that stacked, so... Obviously, the Vanguard is still good just for tanking out. And again, L.F.Y. just pushes 10 minutes in. They don't even have the Terrorblade here just yet. Now he comes. He does have his Metamorphosis as well. Let's see if he's going to pop it here. He doesn't want to commit it for the fight. Jasing walks in, threatening a taunt, but L.F.Y. tanky heroes in the front. And this is where you see the Tinker pick really coming into effect here. Look at how annoying it is. On the right side, LPC. Gonna get zoned away, and the Rock's gonna get committed just raw. Meanwhile, on the backline, LPC rolls in to silence the stun. Actually, all of his spells are just missing. He's gonna go down here. And now they're just fighting over a layer march. Super needs to just run away. His chain is very low level, so... Okay, he throws away the chakra. And the Eclipse gets committed. Super, chain away, sir! He chains to the left side and just gonna get blown up. I gotta say, that's really, really big mistake by L.F.Y. Normally, they're very patient about these things, but he just dropped the rock. And LPC just, like, I guess picnicked because his teammate dropped the rock and everything missed. And that's a lot of long cooldown ultimate being committed. And now the tier 2 or tier 1 is gonna get siege on the mid lane. I mean, I keep talking about L.F.Y. pushing, but LGD no slouch when it comes to the push on their own. And they're going right in. Okay, looks like they still want to fight this. Marcher Machine again making a super annoying super. We'll push in, but Jasing misses his taunt, and now he might be in a little bit of trouble. That is going to be important. Roll is going to hit this time around. Jasing gets a 2-man taunt. They don't have the Eclipse, but they have AoE. The Crush is going to hit on 2. They want Ame. They will get Ame. No! The False Promise will come through. Monet coming in with the right clicks. I think they are going to kill Ame regardless. They're going to switch target to M99. M99 will go down. It looks like they overstayed the welcome a bit, and Monet comes back in, uses his meta farm, and makes short work of everybody. So both teams really playing a little bit of sloppy Dota here. Ancients will be stacked. I talked about the Axe taking a stack, but obviously Luna could take it as well. I guess it's more of what you want to prioritize, you know, more on the early Blink, which is a super important pickup, or your Luna getting some more farm. So that's actually an interesting question. I'm not sure exactly what the answer is, so let's see what LGD will do. Super going for the hood build again. It's already a common thing. I feel silly talking about it game after game, but it's just something that I still don't personally agree with it too much. But I think in this game it's very important, especially against the Luna. Eclipse is no joke of a note. They do have vision on Luna. Xiaowei does not have the rock available, but he's playing super forward as a warlock. Normally, as a warlock player, you're just generally very afraid. You stay very far back because you don't want to get picked off before your ult gets dropped. But the way he plays, he's like, I'm in your face. I'm looking to drop Fatal Bond. Uh-oh, Eclipse is going to get dropped. And this is... I mean, this is why you don't go forward. I'm going to see the TP out. He doesn't have a TP out. He was trying to buy it, but he didn't pick it up in the shop. Do they know he's here? They don't know. They actually don't know. LPC... What a lucky mofo. Looks like the Ancients was cleared up by Axe, I think. Yeah, Luna was top the whole time, so yeah. So that they definitely do prioritize the Blink Dagger a bit more than the Luna farm. Which makes sense. Alright, now he'll roll back in, picks up the TP, and ports mid. And are we gonna smoke up to do something? Yep, yes we are. Yao does not have blink yet. Oh, but the smoke was realized. But here's the thing, you know the smoke's coming. Your tower still drops. And they're gonna walk into Roche. So I guess you have about, 15 seconds of reaction time of coming into Roche. But what are you gonna do about it? Axe needs blink. He does have blink. Okay, this is the big play. Just go. This is a perfect knowledge. In fact, you have perfect vision of Xiaowei doing it. Start laying down some marches and get a big taunt, and you win the fight. Marches are being laid down as we speak. Eclipse is not ready. That's the one ultimate that they don't have. Here we go. Monet staying on the house side. They're gonna get a taunt. It's gonna be on Monet, but the rock and the Fatal Bond, and here comes Magnetize. Look at this AoE ultimate being applied on everybody. Just sitting on the front line. And I guess LFY did the math. They say, dude, I don't care if you have Blink Axe. Super coming in. Super's gotta be careful. Super's gonna get nuked up, but he does have the hood. He's going on M99. M90 is gonna fight. I think he might still die though. Here comes Yao. He's healing himself somewhat. He gets blown up here. And Super gets the kill. Uh-oh. Chakram slows him down. He's gonna get chopped up here. Yao's gonna get off the crush. XZ gonna be going down again. Double kill here for Super. And he is walling on his way to his Bloodstone. Meanwhile, LFY is going to take the Roshan. Or maybe the Marches will take it. Maybe. Nope. Monet takes it. Picks up the Aegis. And I think that Rocket just gave away that there's wards here. But I'm pretty sure that Radiant should be aware that there's vision. And all of a sudden, this game has just turned hugely in the favor of LFY. Well, I thought that LGD was actually going to be able to win that fight, but I thought incorrectly. I completely has forgotten about this combination that I talked about during the drafting stage. Fatal Bond plus Magnetize. So much AoE damage. Oh, dude, I wish I clicked on the team fight recap, but the 2 kills happening here made me forgot. I really wanted to see how much damage these 2 supports did together. I mean, I'm sure, like, Terrorblade did some, and Timbersaw did a lot, but no joke when it comes to Fatal Bond and Magnetize. Well, Tinker does have his Blink Dagger now, so he could start being even more annoying when it comes to base defense and farming. I mean, he's already very annoying. But this is where I think you really need to look at your Luna and be like, where's your farm? We really need to farm up and take these fights near a tier 2. Luna really needs that BKB or she's gonna have trouble tanking all of this damage output. Meanwhile, LFY not gonna skip a beat here. Dragonlance, Manta is gonna be next. Scotty's is gonna be after that. BKB if he feels like he needs the HP and magic immunity. Mid lane just saying he's gonna look for a taunt. He's gonna wait for the creeps to get here. But maybe not. Xiaowei is already very close to his tower. And Justin will give up that go. Meanwhile, Rain going for the base defense.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now. Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
All right, Bloodstone is up on Super. And I guess LFY is playing much more of a methodical game. They check. Is meta up? Yeah? Okay, let's push. Meta not up? Let's go farm. Oh, LGD. Definitely want to be playing the pushing game as well. I mean, they could actually have a very gassed up Luna in the late game. You know, max Bloodlust plus Luna is definitely no joke. But again, it's about the Luna farm, and he is about 1,400 gold, 1,500 gold behind the Terrorblade. Alright, LFY looking for a gank, and this time they have Blink, they have Rock, they have the Magnetize. It is time to go. They do show Terrorblade farming mid, but... Okay, Tinker will continue to pressure the lane. Scan is laid out by the Radiant team, not going to find anybody. And this is the build that Xiaoyu goes for every time. Midas, straight up. Doesn't matter if he gets it late. The earliest I've seen him, he gets it around, what, 11, 12 minutes? This is one of the later games, 18 minutes. Because for Warlock, it's not just about the goal going towards your axe, but also hitting level 16. You know, all of your abilities are amazing. Fatal Bond is probably one of the most game-breaking ability if you could have it in the right position at the right time. And you obviously want, you know, Fatal Bond maxed. So, Midas helps, goes a long way. LPC swings around. I think this game could be developing into a kind of a close, exciting game in the late game. Because both teams are giving a lot of time to each other to kind of build up their forces, make items, and farm creeps. I say they're giving each other time. It's more like Tinker is dragging this game out for the side of LGD.
Guess what's happening to Dire bottom tower?
Uh oh. They see maybe.
Radiant's top towers taking Dire.
They ping him out. They know. They know LPC's there. I wonder if you could see the rocks in the trees. Like, how do they actually know? I guess they just game sense. You shouldn't be able to see rocks in trees, right? That just makes no sense. Terrorblade popping his meta. Going for the towers. Easy tower. And back they go. I guess the game plan here for LGD is that they won't fight until Tinker gets his Aghanim Scepters. Because once you have Aghanims, especially once you have Veil on top of that, these Terrorblade illusions aren't exactly the biggest thing. I mean, you make a lot of illusions, but, you know, blind hits all of them. Lots of magic damage. And you can rearm it endlessly, so... That's the game plan for LGD. Farm up the Tinker, defend base, and go for the ultra late game victory. Because they are definitely getting outfarmed right now. Gograph is kind of going up and down, but LFY still holding a decent lead. Mostly off the tower gold that they have gotten. In fact, you can make the argument that LGD's been farming a bit better. I mean, I think they have utilized the stacks a little bit more, whereas LFY hasn't been stacking as actively. Alright, LFY will be looking for a gank again. And this is the build that Yao goes for every time. Blink Midas. I think he goes back for a Force Staff. Although I think at this game you definitely want a BKB. March is annoying, Blind is annoying, Eclipse is annoying. BKB saves lives. Alright, Midas is up. Yeah, we'll find Jasing under the tower. As well as Oracle. Oracle is definitely the one you want. Okay, smoke's up. I think they've seen that smoke, right? Maybe not. Didn't check the full extent of the Radiant Vision, but they did have the ward up, so... I think they know. They're not moving as they know there's a smoke going on, though. So, in fact, they're just pushing straight into the tier 2. Which ultimately is the right move, because these heroes are going to have to turn back and wrap around. Smoke is running out fast. In fact, they might run into this ward here. Yeah, they're gonna go high ground. Maybe not. Oh, looks like they found one. Ame got off a kick. Or LPC got a kick on Ame, and Ame does not have BKB yet. Alright, this game was on a pretty well balanced until that. I mean, both teams are trading farm. LFY pushes some towers, but that's expected. But now, Ame dies again. I gotta say, Ame is really off his game today. Normally, he is a super reliable carry player for LGD. And the reason why that LGD, at the beginning of today, they were in the winner brackets of the Summit 6 Chinese qualifier. They lost 0-2 to eHome. And his farm this game is not looking good. 4 or 5 games where I feel like Ame just did not play up to his standard. Last game though, he was the A god that we were familiar with. Alright, Super just goes in. I guess one of the reasons they really enjoy having Super's Timbersaw on the team is that he gets to do this. He gets to move past tower and zone. But speaking of zoning, we're gonna see a 2-man berserker call. LPC getting blown the heck up, so no more of that combination that I mentioned. But on the back line, Yao goes in, chops up one, focus on Maybe. Maybe still survives a little bit. Meanwhile, Monet does not have his metamorphosis. Maybe is gonna be able to walk away. Blink Dagger on cooldown. Jasing actually re-engages, and Monet, can he actually get off his? No! Dunk is gonna be the finale here, and Super is gonna get caught as well. LGD wins the team fight, catches LPC. They saves Tinker, and the team fight, it's 4-for-1. Jasing making some play here. God damn, this axe. Alright, damage output. Luna, despite not having the best farm in the game, definitely having the best damage output right there. Has the game turned. And that game, he actually even had BKB, so you could call it a mistake by the side of LFY. They pushed without metamorphosis. And thus they had to fight without metamorphosis, but you know, previously up to this, LGD was just happy giving away towers, so from the perspective of LFY, they're like, okay, maybe they won't defend, maybe they'll just give us another tower. And they got punished very heavily under that fight. And that's gonna give us another round of big items of LGD. Looks like we have a Shiva's Guard coming out from Axe. I mean, AC would be good too, but I don't think he's gonna offer that. And then we got XZ, most likely working for a 4-staff. What the hell is Ami buying? I guess he just needs a BKB too. Timbersaw just does way too much damage. Magnetizes too much damage, so I think BKB is going to be his choice. And then Slaughter also going for a BKB. And that's it. I'm surprised that there's not more items being picked up on the side of LGD after that big fight, but I guess they were a bit poor leading up to that. Graph dipping back to even. And again, if you want to talk about farm efficiency, I think LGD is farming a bit better. You know, every time I look over here, I see this ancient is either being taken or is being stacked. So they're getting a bit more out of the map. And the way that LFY has been playing, they've been kind of moving around the map as 4 or 5, so a lot of these creeps are just kind of dying in the lane. Tinker is, you know, mopping it up for the side of LGD. With that said though, there are 2 Midases on the side of LFY, so I guess they're kind of equalizing things a little bit. This time they are looking to make a play. Roshan is going to be their destination. Alright, Monet, or somebody just ate that creep. Alright, they're going to commit the meta for this. With that damage output, they should be able to bring it down fast. Yeah, I don't think LGD could make it there in time. Okay. And they will pick up the meta. And out they go. So if you're LGD, I think you could look for a fight right now. Meta is going to be running out soon. And they do see Monet by himself. Oh, the rest of the team is not there. Super just ported and show top, so they definitely want to go on Monet right now. But Axe is not there. Axe is, well, not far enough forward, so never mind. Super has pipe.
Looks like we lost one.
Huh. Okay, he's gonna go for Shiva's Guard as well.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't pretty safe right now.
I like this pickup. Blink on Earth Spirit, so he can actually play more on the back line instead of on the front. I think in the fight here, he just got picked off right from the get-go. and their team definitely needs his damage output. Oh, it's been a long one. It's been one of those Chinese games. Lots of farm. Not exactly too much fighting, but when there are team fights, there are a lot of explosive action. All right, let's talk kind of late / ultra late game. You got Warlock double ult. Well, 2 rock ults at the very least. You got Terrorblade, you got the damage output from the Earth Spirit. Timbersaw is a beast, and Slaughter is a beast. I gotta say, L.F.Y, all of their hero scales amazingly well in the late game. And then for LGD, I feel like their heroes are amazing as well. You got Tinker. I mean, he's got the Aghanims. I guess he's working on towards the Dagon first, or is he gonna go for the Aether first? Oh, no, he's got the Aether too, excuse me. So Dagon's next, so Tinker is fully online. Axe is a fine late game hero, especially with Blade Mail. Bloodlust is great for the Luna. And then obviously Oracle's Oracle for his saves. So yeah, I feel like both teams very well equipped going into ultra late game. I say that the Dire team is farming a little bit more efficiently, but I think the Midases are maybe a little bit better for that, because Midases takes you up in levels as well. Alright, we do see Butterfly being worked on here by Luna. I think looking in the kind of like the core positions, I think Terrorblade is not as good of a late gamer compared to Luna. But that's just my opinion. We'll see how this game plays out. Because the thing with Terrorblade is, like, he has to itemize in such a way where he has to worry about a lot more about survivability. Whereas LGD in this game, the Luna doesn't have to itemize as much on survivability. Like, he skips BKB this game because he has the M99. That's the power of Oracle in the late game. You let your core build in a much more aggressive manner. Alright, maybe is in the base. And he is pressuring this tower. Alright, we're starting to see LGD kind of making their stride. And this goal graph is representing that. So because of the Butterfly, we're going to see... Well, Terrorblade has to go MKB down the line, but looks like he's going to go for a Scotty first. Scotty's fine, gives him much more stats to work with. But until that MKB, we're not going to see him be able to take down the Luna. So we might just see like Resident Sleeper farming for like the next, I don't know how long. Actually, Reflection's a pretty good late game spell, right? You get a Luna for free. Luna gives you what? Your team entire plus 38 damage. By the way, Reflection gives you the vision of the actual hero. So if a fight happens in the nighttime, like right now, and he makes a reflection of the Luna illusion, then the Radiant team gets, you know, extra night vision as well. So I don't know how much of that actually matters, but it matters sometimes when you play against a Night Stalker with Axe. Reflection, boom, insta vision. One of the few spells in the game that actually do that anymore, because you know, Amplify damage used to do that, Track used to do that, and then Ice Rock just nerfing them vision game, man. Alright, I have Scotty down, or up, excuse me. And LGD, time the age is expiring, so let's go. Let's take a fight. Nah, man, let's go farm. Okay, we good with that too.
Invisibility.
Ooh, Lotus. Okay, I definitely did not have that item in mind when I saw the playmail. I thought it was Shiva's. Is he going for Lotus too? No, he went for the Shiva's. I guess you're just really Lotusing. Oh god, if you get to Lotus a freaking Fatal Bond, like you cast it on yourself as Warlock is Fatal Bonding you, and you just bounce the Fatal Bond back to Eclipse. Whew! One man can dream, but mostly for the amplified damage, I imagine. I mean, you could get rid of the Earth Spirit silences as well, but yeah, it's okay. I think Shiva might actually still be better. Like the vision it provides you in team fights is pretty nice. Tinker doing Tinker things, man. And LFY, they have to commit. Like they don't want to go back and defend. But Tinker's gonna take your tier 3 if you don't. Speaking of Tinker, Bloodstone, interesting. I thought for sure we're gonna say Dagon, but I guess he kind of values the extra mana pool to stay out much longer. And he's actually farming the Radiant jungle. Yeah, this goal graph is gonna go down eventually. Like, yeah, right now we do see LFY taking towers. But the fact that this Tinker is being able to farm Radiant jungle, his own jungle, everyone's jungle. LFY is slowly gonna lose the farm roar. I think. I mean, I say that though, this skill graph is, at least at the moment, disagreeing with me. Okay. Let's see, gem on side of Yao. I'm surprised that Dire doesn't have a gem yet. Kind of the thing you want to pick up right now. Alright, I guess the next thing to kind of worry about is the Roche spawn. And it ain't happening anytime soon. Alright, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. Who's gonna break first, man? Who's gonna be out of patience? I don't think any of these teams gonna be out of patience. It is the last game of the night for them, but it is also deciding who is gonna get eliminated. Alright, we got Rock up. Or 2 Rocks up, excuse me. I think after this group wave. Look at that tech. Amplified damage stacking, yo. Alright, Roche has spawned. I think LGD, yeah, they will be aware of this fact. Is this the 3rd Roche, or is it the 4th? I think it's the 3rd one. Oh, it comes with cheese. If LGD gets it, it will be a big win for them. But right now, the Radiant team should be aware that Roche is up too. They should have definitely timed it. They're the one that's taking Roche. And they could fight. They got the magnetized combination. Oh, how is Earth Spirit not level 11 yet? Jesus Christ. Alright, he just got 11. I mean, that is a sizable increase in your damage, especially when Fatal Bond is concerned. Super gonna walk in and check things out. Okay, Warlock strong lines. He's gonna run straight into this team. He's gonna get blink called. Warlock, please! Xiao Wei, this is not the way you should be, and he's gonna get killed right in the beginning. But Monet on the backline, working on just saying he does have the false promise on him. Monet not switching target. He wants this guy dead. He will get him dead, but that means that the clip's gonna come through. But there is gonna be the Sunder. Sundere is gonna come out from Monet, but oh no, look at his HP. He's losing it so fast. Moving forward, the crash by Yao is so good. It's on 4, and that's gonna allow Monet to clean up. Man, Monet just killing everybody on the backside. Yao, MVP of this fight. Alright, he's going to try to clean up on maybe blink forward. The stun is going to hit. He doesn't actually have mana, but he'll just right click him down. Alright, that looked a little bit close. Man, as soon as he sundered, his HP just dropped. Team 5 recap 5 for 2. About a 2k network exchange. No objective taken after that, because everyone's super low. But the respawn times are relatively short. Imagine if they have Rock in that fight. That would not have been a fight in those positions. Super is going to push out the waves up top. Looks like BKB is going to be his choice. Yeah, I think BKB was perhaps a stronger option than Shiva's guard. Just to save him from Eclipse. As well as Tinker. Well, I'm sure the Radiant team would like to take Roshan, but they don't have Metamorphosis for 60 seconds. And LGD very aware of this fact. Know that they don't really have to worry about too much, at least in the nearby moment. And hopefully for Xiaowei, he cannot start a team fight being caught off like that. I think L.G.D.FY just chill and play safe Chinese Dodo for like 60 seconds. At least until Monet has meta up. Alright, this is not how you achieve farming efficiency, but somebody dropped a ward here during the fight for Vision, and that's the correct thing to do. Okay. Alright, we're back to standing still, doing nothing. L.G.D.FY maybe wanted to swing around. This is the first time for L.G.D.FY actually invading this part of jungle. They need to actually D-ward. And that's why they're here. But who can actually D-ward? It's all freaking melee heroes. Except Warlock, but Warlock doesn't want to be up there. They do have a conundrum. Ooh, that is a satanic. Alright, L.G.D.FY moving forward. That's a real Ame. He's got BKB. Does he? He pops the BKB. He has the Satanic, but he needs to tank this. And now you see Ame is getting Fatal Bond, but he does have Satanic plus a regen. The Blind Laser doing some work. LPC will go down. The rocks just go down. And Monet, he needs to sunder. He can't sunder because he was taunted. And LGD wins a huge fight outside their base. L.G.D.FY, time to retreat. They see Super as well. They want him dead. And that's a Bloodstone. Road to 0 charges. He's down to 4. They will get Roche off of this. And wow, what a turn of events. Ame, quote-unquote, getting caught out of position, but the OS Frog, False Promise plus Satanic, you just can't kill him. There's no chance, and because it's Luna Glaives, those 2 rocks just died. Tinker now pushing up the waves up top. He could start beginning to work on the Rexes. I think we might see LGD moving towards eHome tomorrow. This game is going crazy all of a sudden. Buyback status, I think is more important to check now. Cherry Blaze got 1, but that's pretty much it. The respawn times are pretty fast, but definitely not fast enough to protect their tier 2. That tier 2 is definitely dead. Tinker doing a lot of work. Oh, that's gonna be a kill. That's a double kill. Maybe says, dude, you should be in your fountain, man. And that definitely means Rax. Yeah, they're skipping the tier 2. LGD says, I see blood in the water. Let's go. Buyback is available, but obviously you won't want to use it. That's going to be 1 set of racks. And maybe they will swing to the bottom for the 2nd set of racks. Maybe they'll go mid. They're pinging out mid right now. And no Fatal Bond. Or sorry, no Chaotic Offering for a while. And look at the Tinker. Oh my god. Tinker might be the ultimate OS Rock hero right now. He is just single-handedly winning this game. Yep. Laser Dagon flying out. How do you defend this? Luna in the front, Tinker in the back? Oh my lord. L.G.D.FY perhaps regretting the fact that they're giving too much time to the side of LGD. And is coming back to haunt them. As this Tinker is doing way too much work. Blink called by Jasing finds Yao. Yao getting laid upon. He needs to pop the BKB. 4 staff back. And now Monet, is he going to meta up right here? No, he doesn't have it. He's still on cooldown. He pops the BKB, runs forward. He wants Jasing. Jasing does have the False Promise. They're laying the damage. He's going to get dunked. Run, oh no, he's just dead! He needs to buy back right now! Jasing should be dead. No, he's healed! Because OS Frog, because Oracle, and they just called GG! Oh my god, this game just turned on a dial 180. Ame getting gone upon Satanic plus False Promise, and that was a game. LGD survives, L.G.DFY is eliminated, and we have eHome LGD final tomorrow. That takes me back to Dota 1 days where it was always LGD home finals. But yep, that's gonna be a best of 5. And I'll read out the time right here. Well, hold on. I'll bring up to the screen. But I gotta say, that's a tough loss for LFY. But the late game of that Tinker is quite amazing. Alright, checking out the time tomorrow. It's gonna be on 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Singapore time or Chinese time, and for your European viewers out there, 7 a.m. your time. So set your alarm clock if you're in Europe, or you can make me wake up at 10 and catch game 3 or something like that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I'm sorry for the banana fluffles early on today, and I do apologize for this being a solo cast, but hopefully I have done an adequate job and you guys have enjoyed it. But until next time, this is me signing off, and I'll see you tomorrow for the grand finals. Bye-bye.